Namaste viewers, welcome to Gnanadegula channel. In this episode, we will see what Vāmācāra is. Vāmācāra means the left hand path in Indian spirituality. Let us go through some of the aspects of Vāmācāra in a little detail. But before we go to the details, I request you to please like, share and then subscribe to my channel. Now, Vāmācāra, the left-handed path. This is the term used in Indian spirituality. It is there to describe a kind of a unique and not conventional, unconventional type of worship, unconventional practice, spiritual practice. This Vāmācāra is associated with Tantra traditions. And this is totally different from the orthodox practices, the regular practices that we observe, or it is called as the Dakṣiṇācāra, or the right-handed path. Right-hand path, Dakṣiṇācāra. We will call it as Dakṣiṇācāra, right-handed path, and all translations we cannot make that. So now Dakṣiṇācāra, it is more aligned with the Vedic injunctions. It is more akin to societal norms. It doesn't deviate from societal regular norms. Whereas Vāmācāra, it involves different type of practices, heterodox practices. Of course, they are intended to elevate spiritual growth through symbolic and ritualistic methods. This is Vāmācāra. See, now, if you look at the meaning and etymology of Vāmācāra, this is a Sanskrit term. Vāma means left. Vāma means vāma, pleasant. Vāma means women also. It depends on the context in which we use this vāma word. So when you are turning towards east, when you face towards east, the left side is referred to as the vāma. Left side is vāma. This is why Vāmācāra is translated as left-hand path. In contrast to Dakṣiṇācāra, which means right-hand path. Vāma, the interpretation can be, another type of interpretation is women, reflecting the Tantric respect, Tantra respect for the feminine aspect of this universe, which symbolizes the Shakti, Adi Shakti, the primordial energy. This is another meaning of this Vāma. You can call it as Vāmācāra also, left path, meaning it is directly refers to this Tantric approach. So now in this, as we discussed, Vāmācāra is closely tied to the Tantric tradition. It emphasizes spiritual practices which are made according to the practitioner's capacity and spiritual goals. Now, there is one Vaishnava Tantric text known as Brahmayamala. So, in this text, there are three spiritual paths. He has described he has categorized three spiritual paths. One is called as Dakṣiṇā. that is Dakṣiṇācāra, that speaks of purity and associated with the sattva quality. Trigunas, the sattva quality is attached to this Dakṣiṇācāra. Now, the second one is called as Madhyama. Madhyama means middle path. There, the Rajo quality, Rajas quality is linked to that. Here, there are some mixed practices. Madhyama is Rajo quality. And the Vāma, the left-hand path, this is associated with the Tamo quality, Tamas. And Tamas is considered impure from a conventional perspective, Tamas. So these three practices, Dakshina, Madhyama and Vāma, these three practices, Sattva, Rajo and Guna. These are the three practices that were being observed. And even to this day, there are certain areas where this Dakṣiṇācāra, Madhyamācāra and Vāmācāra is being observed. There is one more, in the Vāmācāra, there is one more this thing called as Pancha Makaras. Ma means starting with Ma, the word starting with Ma, Pancha, 5 types of Makaras. Makara means starting with Ma. One is called as Madhya. Madhya means wine, intoxicating drink, that is one aspect, Pancha Makaras. They use this, all these 5 Makaras, while worshipping this in the Vāmācāra Paddhati. Madhya is wine. Mamsa, they use this meat also. Meat. Madhya, Mamsa. Matsya. Matsya means fish. That is used in in the West Bengal and all those places, these kind of things are observed. Mudra, that is, mudra means it can be grain or ritual gestures. Mudra, like, Shankha Mudra, Dhenu Mudra, all those kinds of mudras are there. Many kinds of mudras are there. Like this, many kinds of mudras. These mudras are also used while worshipping. And then the last one is Maithuna, that is sexual union, the act of sex, that is also used. So all these 5, Madhya, Mamsa, Matsya, Mudra and then Maithuna. So they are used. Many Tantric practitioners, now some of them, they interpret them, that they say that this is only symbolic. We need not use Madhya, we need not use Mamsa, we need not use Matsya, we need not use Mudra, we need not use Maithuna. It can be replaced with certain other things, substitutes, so that you can just align with ethical and spiritual discipline. After all, spiritual and ethical things, they demand a high discipline and high order according to the society norms. So these are all the things that some practitioners, some tantric practitioners, they replace these things. So for example, instead of consuming meat, alcohol, they simply offer some kind of meditative visualizations, something like that, they can be used. So now this Vāmācāra also aims to transcend dualities and societal norms to achieve spiritual liberation. So it says that when practiced with strict ritualistic guidelines, even taboo things like drinking, maithuna, all those things, eating meat, they can be transformed into tools for spiritual growth. However, indiscriminate use or unsanctioned use of these practices, Madhya, Mamsa, Matsya and all those 6 mudra, is discouraged because it does not align with the societal norms. It leads to some kind of immorality and spiritual harm also, it can harm also. So this is the thing. Now in the context with culture, Vāmācāra is present in various Indian religions also. Some religions. It is there in Hinduism, it is there in Buddhism, it is there in Jainism, it is there in Sikhism. Almost all religions which originated from India. It reflects a diversity of interpretations and practices. So now the methods, depend on individual proclivity, cultural context, initiation, spiritual lineage, that is parampara. If there is some parampara, it is being continued. So now temples like the one dedicated to goddess Kamakhya, it advocates left-hand tantric traditions where such practices are being conducted, such practices are being observed as part of spiritual heritage, as part of a parampara. This is Kamakhya temple parampara. Even there are Bhagavati temples, so many temples are there where not all Vāmācāra, certain things are being observed. In fact, while worshipping this Mahakala temple also, Madhya is offered as offered as Naivedyam. There is a place, I think in Madhya Pradesh, Ujjain, Mahakala temple. There, there's one more Kala Bhairava temple or something. There, Madhya, that is, liquor is being offered to the deity. So many things are there. So Vāmācāra, while it is not conventional, it is also a profound path for spiritual seekers willing to explore some kind of non-traditional methods. Of course, it should be done under proper guidance. So the focus is on transforming ordinary experiences into everyday, day-to-day experiences into spiritual tools, which highlights the tantric belief in finding divinity within all aspects of life. This balance of ritual, discipline, symbolism, all these things, it allows practitioners to grow beyond some conventional boundaries and achieve higher spiritual states also. So this is some kind of a view on Vāmācāra. With this explanation on Vāmācāra, we conclude our talk on this Vāmācāra. Please like, share and then subscribe to our channel. Thank you for your valuable time. Please, we request you to post your comments on the comment box. Thank you, viewers.